There's something about Paddy Pimblett that makes him impossible to ignore. Love him or hate him, the baddie knows how to get your attention, whether it's his wild and cringy attitude, both inside and outside the cage,
Hand sanitizer, boy!
or his ability to get the finishes.
Paddy Pimblett is the new Cage Warriors featherweight champion of the world!
Paddy has built a reputation as one of MMA's most controversial rising stars.
Paddy, that was a close one.
No, it wasn't. That wasn't close.
Imagine being nearly 40 years of age and changing your name to King. It's embarrassing, lad.
This is tight, and the old man is where it's going to be done. There it is!
To be honest, the latest announcement still feels to me like some daft meme from a parallel universe posted on Reddit. A 5-round co-main event, Chandler versus Pimblett. You having a laugh? But here we are, living in this bonkers reality. And with this fight on the horizon, it's the perfect time to look back at 5 times when Paddy Pimblett shocked the MMA world. But before we crack on, let's rewind a bit and remember how this mop-headed lad from Liverpool decided to give the fight game a go in the first place. Paddy Pimblett, whose full name is Patrick, was born on January 3rd, 1995 in Liverpool, England. At the age of 14, probably eating his fish and chips, the young Scouser was very impressed by the fight of 2 big lads, known as Vitor Belfort and Rich Franklin. A week later, there he was, rocking up to his first MMA session, probably thinking, why not, eh?
Okay, do you have a fight nickname?
My coach calls me Paddy the Paddy Pimblett.
Paddy the Paddy.
By 2011, he had already competed in 2 amateur bouts. It was probably hard for the audience that night to imagine that this kid would one day become a top UFC fighter. Back then, Paddy, who hadn't yet discovered his Shaggy from Scooby-Doo persona, stepped into the cage with a short haircut, resembling more of a Russian skinhead than a future UFC star. But fair play, the lad could fight. He snagged a first-round submission over Scott Gregory.
Right there now.
He's panicking. And he's tapped out.
Yeah,
so Scott Gregory goes.
And 6 weeks later, made Mick Doyle tap like Gregor McConnor with Habib behind his back. Fast forward a year, and young Patrick makes his pro debut on the same card as some unknown fella named Darren Till. Wonder what happened to him? The baddie battered Nathan Thompson with a first-round TKO and officially kicked off his wild ride to MMA stardom. Number 5. Conrad Hayes. In May 2014, the 19-year-old Scouser stepped into the cage for his 7th professional fight and 4th appearance in one of the best European leagues, Cage Warriors. His opponent was Conrad Hayes, a fellow Brit. Right from the start, the baddie countered a forward-moving Hayes with a precise left high kick.
Both nice training, good leg kicks, he eats a shin early on here.
Soon enough, they're rolling about on the mat, scrambling like 2 lads after the last chip. Patrick's ground and pound wasn't exactly setting the world alight, and Hayes was having a proper go at the submissions. But Paddy's wild mop of hair was all over the place, proper giving Hayes grief every time he went for a triangle choke. Then, out of nowhere, the baddie channels his inner Demetrius Johnson, takes a big scouse leap, and locks in a flying triangle choke. Hayes had no choice but to tap faster than you can say. Fancy a brew?
Flying triangle is a risky move. That's why you don't really see people going for it. But when you're good at it and you're confident in it, you can do it.
If he can lock this standing, Conrad Hayes, he sits down. Looks like he might be finding some space at the top.
Number 4. Johny Frachey. After getting a local FCC title and collecting a few more scalps, 4 of which were stoppages.
Of the round, Pimblett looking for an aggressive finish, a big left hand and a knee and an elbow from Pimblett.
Oh, a huge elbow.
Paddy got his first crack at the big, shiny Cage Warriors featherweight on Diego Sanchez style. Like that, Shaggy became the Cage Warriors featherweight champion. The Scouser had arrived, lads and lasses.
That is up there with the best feelings in the world. With me team, dead in the crowd, celebrating with me mates and me family. Winning that belt's probably one of the best things that's ever happened in my life. One of the biggest moments in my career by far. But
Paddy Pimblett is the new Cage Warriors featherweight champion of the world.
Number 3. Alexis Savvidis. After defending his featherweight title one time, Nod Narimani took his shine away by unanimous decision.
Last few fights, it hasn't been me. I'll be honest, when I fought Johny Frachey, if that wouldn't have finished in the first round, I might have looked like a bag in that fight as well. But I got him out of there nice and fast.
Adding to that, the Scouser got sick of starving himself and thought, sod this! So he bumped up to lightweight, making his debut at 155 pounds in February 2018 against Greece's own Alexis Savvidis, a lad who knew a thing or two about forcing people to tap. The baddie kicks things off with a middle kick and shoots for a takedown, but nearly gets his noggin popped off by a guillotine. It's all a bit scrappy, and before you know it, Paddy eats Alexis's ground shots like they're half-price kebabs after a night out in Liverpool.
Still stuck in an outside outside. What an arch! That's it.
Savvidis looking to come out on top. He's to the head unanswered there, but again going for that heel of his own now.
Yeah, he had Kimura options and arm options.
Second round starts, and Pimblett gets clobbered with 2 massive bombs. Looked like he was about to go night-night, but Savvidis, demonstrating that he's the ambassador of 2-digit IQ, decided to shoot for a takedown, and then everything followed a familiar pattern. Pimblett drags him down, flips into an armbar smoother than a pint of Guinness, and gets the tap.
He's got the angle, he's got the extension!
And there's the submission! Paddy the Baddy is back! Unbelievable!
Number 2. Luigi Vendramini. After a divisional debut victory over Savvidis, Patrick got another title shot, but this time at 155. Sadly, the Scouser wasn't destined to become a 2-divisional champion. After losing this fight against Soren Bach via unanimous decision, Pimblett dusted himself off and got back to it, collecting 2 more scalps by stoppages.
Oh, big squeeze and it's over!
Beautiful
Paddy,
work.
the Paddy is back! Absolutely flawless.
Before long, the UFC came calling, proper big time. His Octagon debut was in September 2021, on the same card as his Scouse mate Darren Till. His first dance partner, Brazil's Luigi Vendramini.
I'm coming in to finish him and finish him in emphatic fashion and go home with a nice bonus check. That's my plan.
The baddie comes out swinging like he's in a pub brawl, throwing left kicks all over the shop and daring Vendramini to stand and bang. But the Brazilian wasn't daft. He cracks Paddy and dumps him on his backside. For a sec, it looked ropey, but Patrick gets back up, all wild-eyed, and goes full berserker mode. He smacks Vendramini with a right hook that nearly sent him to the Shadow Realm, then finishes him off with a flurry that'd make a punch machine jealous. First round knockout. What a debut.
You know me saying, lad, I'm a Scouser. We don't get knocked out.
The Vendramini corner. Oh! Huge left for Vendramini!
That's that shit up in the air, Mike.
Number 1. Bobby Green. Over the next 3 years in the UFC, Paddy racked up another 4 victories on the bounce.
This could be it! He's done it! Paddy has done it! In London! This is it! And Dives, he gets it! He gets the tap! The Paddy party goes to the next level!
One of them was practically handed to him on a silver platter by the UFC bosses. Cheers, lads.
Paddy, that was a close one.
No, it wasn't. That wasn't close.
And another came at the expense of poor old El Cucuy. who at that point was looking more like someone's confused uncle at a family barbecue than the boogeyman we used to know. But never mind all that.
I don't watch his fights, so I really don't know much about the guy. I just see him doing this little thing. I'm like, who does that? Who does that?
The real story came when Patrick squared off against yet another so-called real test in the form of the seasoned veteran. Bobby, I'm a 40-year-old geezer who changed his name to King Green.
I'm like, man, he's just acting spoiled. He thinks he's the shit. He's gotten drunk off of winning. He's winning, and when you win, you can get drunk off of it. You can start feeling yourself and feeling like you're impenetrable, you know? And so I'm like, getting tired of hearing him talk like that, you know, disrespect people. Maybe you think you're that badass. Let me sober you up a little bit.
It's UFC 304 in Manchester, and everyone's wondering if Pimblett's hype train's about to get derailed.
Manchester, I came here for you. If you're with me, you're with me. If you're against me, you're against me. That's fine. But when it comes to the fight, I'm with you.
Green's all swagger, hands down, chatting away like he's on the phone to his mum. Paddy's playing it cautious. Too cautious if you ask me. Then bam! Midway through the round, the baddie lands a cheeky low kick. Green grabs it and shoots for a takedown. Bad idea, mate. Paddy slaps on a guillotine, rolls into a triangle, and just because he's feeling fancy, finishes with an arm bar for good measure. Green's out cold, done and dusted. With that, Paddy racks up his 6th straight UFC win and proves he's no flash in the pan. The lad's legit.
Paddy's one of those guys that everybody talks shit about, and everybody wants to fight him, and everybody wants to call him out, and he keeps winning. And he looked damn good tonight. That's why he got the 200,000. I mean,
This is tight. And the arm is going to be done. There it is. That's it. It's done. Paddy Pimblett by submission in round 1. He chokes King Green to sleep for some appears. Out cold. Wow.
Now, on April 12th at UFC 314 in Miami, the Scousers got the chance to crack into the lightweight elite. If he can get past Iron Michael Chandler, a proper savage, he might be knocking on the door of a title shot. But you'd be daft to count the baddie out. Paddy's always got a trick up his sleeve, or at least in his Scouse mullet. So, what do you think? Will Chandler derail the hype train, or will Paddy shock the world once again and have the top contenders bricking it? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Looking to level up your skills and connect with like-minded individuals? Check out School, the ultimate platform to join diverse communities tailored to your passions. Whether you're into digital marketing, business, tech, or design, School gives you access to experts, exclusive content, and endless opportunities to grow.